Hey everyone, and welcome back to Esther S T. I hope that you're doing very well. In today's video, I want to talk about a theme called the silence of waiting. Now, what does waiting look like to you? In our generation, we genuinely do not like to wait. Whether it be lining up in the queue to pay for your shopping, whether it be being in traffic knowing that you've got somewhere to be at a certain time. The season of waiting produces patience. The season of waiting produces clarity. The season of waiting also produces and strengthens your trust in the one that made you. Now, when it comes to waiting, we can wait for anything. Waiting for a bus to come, waiting for an opportunity to come. But I'm truly talking about waiting on God in your season. Your season right now might look very quiet. Your season might look like nothing is happening. But I strongly guarantee you, in those seasons, God is working the best. If I keep doing everything in my own strength, quickly, without taking any action of prayer, God will rest and say, okay, my daughter, you can do what you want to do. But when I rest, God works and He stands on behalf of my life. And I want to ask you in this season, as we are now in October, happy new month, by the way, how is your relationship with waiting? How is your relationship with trusting God for what you are desiring? And remember, even in the season of waiting, do you know what you can do? You can develop an intimate relationship with the Lord rather than just seeing God as a transaction. Okay, God, I'm praying for this. Please grant it to me and I'll be happy. Even if God doesn't give it to you at the time you want it, you are still able to deepen your relationship with Him. This morning I read Hebrews chapter 12 verse 2, and the key word is looking onto Jesus, the author and the perfecter of our faith, or in other words, the pioneer and the perfecter of faith. I loved three words: perfecter of faith. How do we perfect our faith? By keeping our focus on Jesus. How can we enjoy the seasons of waiting in our lives? By keeping our focus on Jesus. This is not to say that you don't have to work hard or you're not going to make plans for the future, but you have to still make plans and leave the outcome in His hands. If you think that you want to be in control of everything, including the time God should move, you are in error. Because God doesn't move according to your timing. God moves according to His timing. If I look back over my life and I think about all the things I wanted at the time I did, and the time frame I put on it, I probably would not be ready. Because in the seasons of waiting, God truly was refining my character. He was strengthening me to prepare for what I asked for. And at this time, I'm asking you, and I want to challenge you, are you ready for what you are asking for? Are you willing to be patient enough to wait for that breakthrough to come to pass? Now, when I think about Jacob in the Bible, he waited 7 years, in fact, 14 years in total for Rachel. It was a long wait, but in the end, he got what he desired, and that was Rachel. And then we think about Hannah in the Bible as well, who waited patiently for a child. And we know the story about Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah was a very mean woman, always mocking Hannah, thinking that nothing would happen, showing off, thinking that she was the only person that could have children. But God came through for Hannah at the appointed time. We don't know specifically how long she waited, but it can be assumed that she waited a very long time, because there were moments where it was difficult, but she found strength in God as she prayed. And she says, God, remember me. And if there's anything I want to encourage you with today, is to remind God to remember you in the season of waiting. Waiting is hard, but it is defining and refining you as an individual. What if you're rushing to be at a networking event, but an accident happened ahead of you and you didn't know? Or something is about to happen that could cause a problem? How about you thanking God that He saved your life for not going out at that specific time? How about the times where you thought you were ready to get married, and then you realized that God was showing you certain characteristics that you have that needs to be developed and improved? Because God won't give you what you're not ready for, and He will not give you what will break you. A good father does not give their children what they are not qualified to handle. And when I look at my life and I think about life as a whole, no matter how long it takes to get somewhere, God knows the right time. It's not about your age. Let's leave age aside for now. But let's find out, God, what are you teaching me in the waiting season? What are you helping me to learn in the waiting season? How can I actually enjoy the waiting season rather than always thinking that I need to have everything quickly? And even if I have something quickly, have I gone out of your will to get it? Have I been impatient? And if I have, Lord, forgive me. It's those prayers and those honest conversations with God that helps you enjoy patience, or if not, endure it and wait well. I did a video a few years back about how to wait well, and I'm going to link it in the description bar below. Waiting well is doing so much good for you. When I think about the people who are in my life, what if I rushed? What if I didn't trust God and He gave me the wrong people? He gave me the wrong relationships. He gave me the wrong friendships because I was impatient. I decided to do things in my own strength. Oh, God, you're taking too long. I'm going to do it my way. And then you end up doing it all over again. Or in other words, you end up breaking down for God to then say, are you ready to trust me again? Because anything you start by yourself, you will finish it yourself. But anything that starts with God, God will finish it. And this is why Philippians chapter 1 verse 6 is so pivotal, because Jesus that started a good work in you will complete it. The God that we serve sees where you are. And the beauty of waiting is strengthening you to have faith in Him and to trust Him beyond what you can imagine. Even in waiting. And that season you're in, what if God wants you to enjoy it? Because where you're going might require a lot of work. So I always tell most of my friends that you're desiring this, you're desiring that, and it's great. Have those big goals. But before you think about getting there, what if God wants you to enjoy the current season that you're in? So before I got married, I was enjoying my life with my family and my friends. And I was able to travel, I was able to save, I was able to network. There was no restrictions. The moment you get married, things will change. And all my married ladies and men, you would know this. This is not to say that you can't have a social life, but you know that your priorities have shifted because you're now married and you need to serve your partner. So certain things that you were doing in your single season may not always be what you're doing in your married season. And in that season of waiting, for those who are desiring marriage, you need to understand that there's beauty in that independent season, that single season, to know who you are, to love who you are, to understand your strengths, to understand your weaknesses, and work on them collectively. Because the time is coming when your husband finds you, when you get married, that will change. Because your life will not be the same. And it is very true that we must learn how to wait in that transition phase. Being in transition isn't always easy, and being in transition isn't always comfortable. But I'm telling you, when you are in transition, it's a good thing. If nothing is happening, nothing is coming forth, you feel the same, really question it. But when things are a bit uncomfortable, things are a bit shifty, you're wondering, God, are you in this? Is this you? That could be a sign that God is talking to you to draw close to Him and wait. When business isn't growing, wait. When opportunities aren't coming forth for you in the form of jobs, wait. When you desire children and you desire marriage and have a family, wait. Because there's something in that waiting season that God is teaching you. It will be really wrong to have something that you're not ready for, even if you think you're ready. Because as human beings, we think we are ready for a lot of things until we are exposed to it and we realize, oh, I now see why, God, you've told me to wait. I've waited for many things and it was so worth it because what I waited for, I didn't focus on it. So even when I desired marriage, it wasn't like, oh God, every day I'm coming to you. Yes, come with those resilient prayers, but sometimes just say, God, I thank you that it is done. And then you can focus on what you need to do. If your focus is always on what you don't have, It will disrupt your waiting season. It will impact your level of patience and will make you do things that you shouldn't do, which is coming out of alignment and telling God, God, you don't know what you're doing, which is disrespectful. God, I'm sorry you're taking long, which is a lack of trust, and I'm going to do it my way. As I said before, whatever God starts, God finishes. And I know for me, I want God to start every good thing in my life and finish it to perfection, because that is who He is. And when I wait, my goodness, it will be so worth the testimony that comes alongside it. Because in our generation, we don't want to wait. Social media teaches us not to wait. Get it now, buy now, pay later. Why? Why don't you just wait? Why don't you just save? Knowing that when you save up, you buy it one off and you know it's done. Don't allow pressure to rush you into doing things that you're not ready for. If you genuinely know you need to wait, I encourage you to wait for your own good and for those around you. You don't want to be a half-baked product around people. You want to be fully cooked to the brim, where it is seasoned well. You know, those who know how to cook are those who are patient. Not when they want to make a cake and they poke the inside of the cake and it's still runny and you say it's done. That is not done. You want to be a full product and a full manifestation of God's goodness. So in order for us to be that, we need to wait. Isaiah 40 verse 31 reminds us that they who wait upon the Lord, their strength shall be renewed. When you wait on God, God is pleased. He says, wow, my child, you're trusting me. I'm going to give you the best. I'm going to give you so much that you will say, God, thank you for teaching me to wait. Because had I not waited, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I want to encourage you, continue to wait. Continue to trust God. No matter how difficult it feels right now, know that God is your ultimate strength. When your waiting feels heavy, seek Him and speak to someone that you trust that can pray over you. Encourage yourself with words of psalms and songs of praise. There's something about honoring God in the waiting season that just pleases Him. And I want that to be you. I want you to be that person that says, God, even though the waiting is difficult, I'm going to trust you. I am not going to allow my feelings or my emotions to get me out of alignment. I'm going to wait on you. Most times when you wait, you don't have to do the hard work anymore. A lot of people are striving and hustling and straining and they're getting burnt out. But when you wait on God, He will give you rest and He will give you peace that surpasses all human understanding. That there are some things that you will say, wow, God, because of waiting, this is what you've done for me. I am grateful. I want you to be that person that God can do so much more for you as you wait on Him. And He will do it with ease and you will feel that rest and you will see the results. I'm not saying that you won't have to work hard, but you won't need to overburden yourself or burn out for it. Because anything that is yours will be yours and it will come to you at the right time. No one can take what is yours when God has declared it. I'm going to say that again. No one can take what is yours because God has declared it over your life. So don't worry. Don't feel that you need to help God. I remember one lady gave a testimony a while back and she said, God doesn't need your help. And that really changed my life. That indeed, we don't need to help God. We can't even help Him. But we can trust Him and we can wait on Him. And I pray that in this season it will be you as we enjoy these last 3 months of 2025. Just wait on Him. He can do anything, even today. Not only on the 31st of December, but you can do anything and everything if you wait on Him and enjoy the season that you are in. So many thanks for watching this video. I pray that it has encouraged you. And if you know anyone right now who is struggling in the season of waiting, please do share this video with them. This is a topic that is very dear to my heart and I'm still learning myself because God is gracious and His mercies are new every morning. And we always learn so much about waiting and the beauty of patience alongside it. Until next time, I'll see you in the upcoming video. Take care. Bye-bye.